you wonderful people. So today's video, I kind of want to, I guess, share with you a bit of a story. It kind of starts back in 8th grade. This is kind of happening during our PE class, which was inside the gym, and I was just kind of sitting up in the bleachers, just keeping to myself, and you know, just everyone else is off doing their thing, whether they're talking to other people or playing basketball, whatever. And this girl named Brittany just kind of walks up, sits on the bleachers, and then just starts like talking to me. Introduces herself, I introduce myself, and we just start talking a bit. I don't remember about what, but we talked a bit, and I'm very me, weird and awkward, so like constantly throughout the conversation I'm getting nervous, so I'm looking the other way, but I'd always kind of jerk my head the other way when she starts talking to me, because I'm just oh, she's talking to me, and get super excited. But at the end of our conversation, it wasn't too long, but it was actually a pretty extended conversation, she actually goes, you know what, Michael, I enjoy talking to you. You're very nice, you're a little funny, so you know what, here's my phone number. She pulls out a pencil and paper and she writes her phone number down, and she goes, why don't you like call me over the weekend or something? And I was like, yeah, sure. That just like exploded my mind, because not only did I sit here and have an extended conversation with a girl, I also got her phone number. I didn't even have to ask her to get it, like she gave it to me. And yes, it might have been in a friendship way, it may have been nothing more to it than that, but that still was a huge step forward for me. But sadly, I never called Brittany. Being super nervous about it, I just couldn't do it. That, and also the fact is I lost her number too. So that following Monday at school, I randomly bumped into Brittany and she was like, Michael, you didn't call me. I was like, oh, well, yeah, sorry about that. I made up some like lame excuse or whatever. Rather than just being upfront and be like, I'm sorry, Brittany, I lost your number. Could you give it to me again? But I didn't, because I was too embarrassed and too shy to say that and just be like, I want to actually talk to you, so please give me your phone number again. Yes, I know. I am the epitome of pathetic. It wasn't long after that I started realizing, I was like, man, I have got a huge crush on Brittany, like probably the biggest crush I'd ever had up to that point, but maybe even up to this point. But like randomly, you know, we'd see each other in the hallways or heading towards classes, and she'd always smile and wave to me and like, hi Michael. I'm like, oh, hi Brittany. And it just, it kind of like made my day a little bit. It's so weird to say that, but it did. One particular encounter with Brittany was one time in my math class. I'll interject here and say, like, I didn't like my math class just because my teacher at the time, her name is Miss Simpson, would constantly put me in the spotlight. She'd always point me out. So Brittany comes into our classroom because I guess the teacher sent her there to ask Miss Simpson about something, or there's some other business or whatever. But then Brittany kind of sees me. I'm on the other side of the table, so she got a clear line view of me, and she turns and smiles at me and says hi. And I panic. I freeze up. And it's one of those moments where you kind of feel like everyone's watching you when they're not. But there were quite a few people who just kind of like, you know, turned their heads and looked at me a bit. Even Miss Simpson was looking at me, and I just kind of panicked. So my go-to move was just to put my head down. I just like lowered my head and just pretend like yeah, she didn't just say hi to me. Just pretend like she didn't say anything. I was kind of like, and then put my head down. And then all of a sudden, once again, Miss Simpson, being who she is, kind of had to put me on the spot. She's like, Michael, didn't you hear Brittany say something to you? She said hi to you. I was like, hi. Everyone in the classroom is laughing a little bit about it, but I was just like super embarrassed. I just hate that she did that to me. But I did notice, even though that did happen, Brittany was still standing there smiling at me, and that just, my crush on Brittany kind of kept going, even like up to like my freshman year, because even then I still saw her from time to time and I was still crushing her. I was like, man, she's so pretty, she's so awesome, she's so nice. But it never went anywhere just because I never asked her out. I probably should have. Who knows what could have happened if I'd actually, you know, taken the time to be like, yo, Brittany, I like you. Can we start going out or something? You know, at least, even if she had rejected me, it still would have been nice to be able to say, like, I tried anyway, you know? But sadly, once again, I didn't. If you enjoyed the video for whatever reason, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for much, much more. But like always, till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, enjoy it. Good day, and goodbye.
Nice job, loser.